I said, hi, everybody. Good. All right. I want you to imagine something if you could. I want you to imagine if you could. Think back, say, 10,000 years ago or so, thousands of years ago, with a bunch of tribes running around. Bunch of tribes running all around, and there's people who are robbing them, people who are murdering them, they're fighting all the time. And they think, wow, this is a terrible lifestyle. Tribes get wiped out, all kind of violence. Oh my God, it's terrible. So some guy comes around and he goes, hey, I got an idea, you tribalists, I have an idea. How about, instead of all different people robbing you, how about only I rob you? Just me. No one else will rob you but me. And I'll make this really easy. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm only gonna rob you once a year. And before I rob you, I'm gonna let you know about what I'm gonna take, so you know. And I'll make sure I don't rob you so much that you won't exist anymore. Just enough to keep you survivor. That's what I'll do. How about that? And here's the best part. If someone else wants to rob you, I'll go kill him. How about that? And they said, okay, sounds good. I mean, it's better than we have now, I think. Sounds okay, but let me ask. How about like killing and imprisoning? You know, a little bit of that, not too much. A little bit of killing, a little bit of imprisoning, but not crazy, a little bit. And they went, that's actually better than what we got now. But I'm not sure, let me wait, I don't know. And they kind of fought this. They said, by the way, what's your name? He said, my name's Monarchy. And they said, Monarchy, let me think about that. Over time, even though they fought, most of the world eventually picked up some type of monarchy, some type of a rule of law like that for a monarch to saying, I'm the king and only I will rob you. But eventually, someone else came by and said, I got this idea. How about I give you some say in who robs you? Not just that, I'll give you a little bit of say on how much we rob you. And here's the best part. If the votes go right, you get to be the robber. Not too shabby, huh? And they said, wow, that sounds great. Well, who are you? He said, well, my name's Democracy. Oh, okay, well, that sounds better than what we have, but I don't know. I think I'm gonna wait a little bit. I'm not sure if I'm gonna do that or not. I'm gonna wait a little bit, I don't know. And they waited, and then eventually at one point, people come up with some type of democracy. Most people had some kind of democracy in the country, in the world. But now there's someone else coming up. Someone else says, I got this idea. You ready? How about nobody robs you? My name's Libertarian. And everyone says, that sounds great, but I don't know, I kind of like what I got now. And they still are worried. Why do I say this story? Because we are, as some of you heard me say last night, we are really the tip of the spear. We are really the vanguard of this movement. It's a different way of thinking about government. It's the idea that government's job is not to enforce the king's will, nor to enforce the will of the majority, but instead to protect the individual from the king's will, or from the will of the majority. That is a different outlook that we have not had. And we've had thousands upon thousands of years of culture that have told us this is wrong. That the only way government can exist at one point was through king. 500 years ago, who would have ever thought you could even have democracy? Most people thought, no way, you can't have a country without a king. It's impossible. Now people think it's impossible to have a country without democracy, or a country without, I say the word's gonna drive you guys crazy, without a centralized bank. People think you can't have these things. It's impossible. Well, we can. So why do I tell you this? Because while we're out there running for office, while we're out there talking to people, we have to realize something. We are breaking literally thousands of years of culture. Thousands of years of culture. When we say things about taxation, when we say things about the Fed, when we say things about individual freedom and rights, it may sound obvious to us, but to many people it's not. It's scary to them. Very scary. I'll give you an example. I was talking to a bunch of people, and this is, again, it's a room full of educated, smart people. And I told them during a break, when I was doing one of my classes, I told them during a break, they were talking about the Fed. And they were talking about the Fed and 2008. And they said, wow, I am so glad we had the Fed. It saved us in 2008. It's true. Everyone in the room, 25 people in the room going, yeah, yeah. I said, do you guys know that the Fed is a private bank? Every one of them is all educated adults. Every one of them said, that's not true. No, it isn't. I said, okay, I got it. Do me a favor, Google it. They went, no. Pull the phones out and Google. All of a sudden you hear, oh my God, he's right. Wow, yeah. No one in that room knew that the Fed was a private bank. And then I said, you know it's our central bank, right? And the guy literally said these words to me: Larry, we don't have a central bank. We don't need a central bank. We have the Fed. Dead serious. It's exact words. We don't need a central bank. We have the Fed. This is what we're up against, guys. We're trying to make massive change when there are people who don't even understand what the Fed does. They don't have any idea. These are not kids. These are adults. These are voters, educated people who went to college, have high school diplomas. They don't know. They have no idea. I was talking to a woman. She was a lawyer, intellectual property lawyer. And she's telling me, in intellectual property, she's telling me about how, in this case, and some of you may know the rules closer. I'm gonna kind of guesstimate what she said. She said after someone, when it comes to copyright laws, the rules are 99 years after the death of the writer, of the creator. Is that about right? Someone happen to know that? Sounds about right, she said. Something like that, right? So I said to her, I said, wow, that's a bad law. She goes, oh, no, but Larry, it's a law. I said, yeah, I know it's a law. Got it. Don't doubt that at all. It's a bad idea. But Larry, she says to me, but Larry, look, you don't understand. We had to change our law so we can match international law. And I said, I believe that completely, and that means international law is a bad idea. Still a bad idea. She was mad at me. Now, not like she wrote the law. It wasn't like I was calling her a liar. I was simply saying this law is a bad idea. And she was angry at me. Because in her eyes, law equals righteous. They are the same. This is righteous because it is law. There's no difference. There doesn't have to be a reason behind it. The fact that it's law makes it righteous, and the fact that it's international law makes it extra righteous. So what she was mad at me is because I was a heretic in her eyes. That's who I was. All right, so, oh my God, this is terrible, we have no chance, right? No, not at all. What I'm saying is understand that when you have your conversations, and when you're running for office and trying to win these elections coming up here, focus on 3 different types of people. You ready for this? 3 different types. Type number 1, there are a lot of people in this country who are Republicans and Democrats and who are unhappy. A lot of them are. Here's the problem when we deal with those people. They're going to come to us only because they're unhappy with their party, not because they get us. And when they come to us, they're going to think, well, I can just make a Libertarian Party a cooler Democratic Party or a cooler Republican Party. That's what they're going to think. They're wrong, but they're going to believe that. And if they begin to believe that, here's what I need from you. Don't be angry. That's it. Don't let them, but don't be angry. Accept that they're coming here because they're upset, not because they agree with us necessarily, or because they don't understand us. But this is the perfect opportunity for us to talk to them, to have those conversations, to move them. But here's the hard part. Over half of them will go back. That's how it works. We're going to lose most of them. Most of the people who come to us because they just hate their party now are going to go back to their parties. That's why if you've noticed, when people poll, when we poll at 10%, we actually wind up getting 5%. We poll at 6, we get 3. Because half of them in that room go, I'm really the old party. They turn the old party click. They don't go to us. So remember, when you go to those people, we're going to lose over half of them. That's okay, but don't focus on them. When they come to us, don't be angry, talk. There's a second type of person we can talk to, and that is someone who is a single issue voter. That is someone who cares about only one thing and one thing only and nothing else. One thing, and they will vote for us because of one single issue. An example might be something like deregulating their industry. Right? In New York State, the vaping industry is being regulated out of existence in New York State, and the vaping industry is fighting. The vaping industry will support us because we don't want regulation, period, to include their industry. So it totally matches with our platform completely, and it helps them out. They will support us because of that. When those people come to us, and they will, don't be angry when they still want to build a wall. Or be angry when they still think Social Security is the perfect thing that helps everybody. Don't be angry at them. All I'm saying is, again, don't be angry. Be happy they came to us. Support them on the issue that we connect. Have those conversations and draw them. Here's the best part. The single issue voter, the odds of them staying actually go up. Because they will actually get some results. They will get some support. They will get someone who will back them on their one issue. The odds of them turning to us are higher than the odds of the person who's just been at their party. So if you can find a single issue voter, someone who is really mad about one thing that aligns with our a platform, take them, talk to them, don't be angry, invite them, and don't be mad. You can talk to them and have conversations and show them why they're wrong. That's okay with a conversation, not with an argument, not with a debate. You can have those conversations. Focus on what we join together on. It's the third type. Anybody know what the largest voting bloc in the United States is? Those who don't vote. Those who don't vote. In my state, it's about 70% of eligible voters. 7-0. Huge. Huge. Why does that happen? Because centralized control makes local control inept, unnecessary, and useless. And if I can't change my centralized control, why bother? People just go what's called learned helplessness. They become helpless and they stop showing up. They just give up. Now here's the good thing about that. If we motivate these people to show up, they are our wave, right? No blue wave, instead the gold rush. They are our gold rush. The people who are giving up, who don't care, who are only concerned about leaving their state, leaving their town, moving out, or just take whatever job they have, living day to day, and hoping that things will be better for their kids. Those people, they are our best chance of victory. If we can motivate them, we will win. It's already happened. You guys saw it. You watched in 2016. Bernie gave the left hope, and they came out. Trump gave the right hope, and they came out. Record people jumped up, youngsters came up because they thought if they were left or right, they had hope, and they came out in droves. If we can give these people hope of real change, we'll win. If we use the word hope, Obama stole that. So we can't use the word hope. But we've got to give them hope, and they got to believe that we can give them actual change. Now, how do we do that? Well, here's the hard part. We have to be strong, but we have to be nice. Does that make sense? We have to be strong, but we have to be nice. We have to be bold, but we have to be polite. Now, people always think being hard means being mean. That's not true. Being nice means being weak. That's not true. And I'll give you two examples that I like tremendously. Gandhi and Martin Luther King Jr. I bring up MLK obviously because it's the 50th anniversary of his assassination this year. Someone who was tough as nails, stood up to the government, stood up to the police. Gandhi stood up to the British Empire. Now, whether you agree with MLK or Gandhi's politics, not the point here. Some of you I'm sure do, some of you I'm sure don't. Not the point. The point is, they were nice, didn't fight, weren't mean, stood up against powerful organizations, and won long-lasting change. That's what we have to do. We have to follow that model. Be strong, be bold, but be nice. Be polite and not violent, and we'll turn people. As long as we focus on those three groups of people, those who don't vote as our number one, those are people we can grab for sure. Single issue voters who link up with one part of our platform and who just 100% are so worried about that and nothing else. That's all they care about, is that one issue. And lastly, those people who are unhappy in their current party. If we do that, we can move our party forward. If we do that, we can make impact on our elections. If we do that, we can win elections. If we do that, we can turn one state gold, then the entire nation gold. We can turn this from a blue wave into a gold rush. And we can do this in 2018, 2020, 2022, 2024, until we really turn this country around. Thank you.